Alright guys, so I figured I would kind of update because I wanted to kind of do a video on, you know, what I was doing. I had the floss here because I had tried to mold out of clay in an attempt to do like a silicone doll, and so floss is a good way to cut clay apart, but yeah, that didn't work. So anyways, so I have baked with, I did varnish, and I had sealed, let me kind of focus on the varnish. Yeah, here we go. I did some varnish with just a little bit of paint thinner, and I mixed that together, which that's what's left over now. And I put on each limb, and I baked in sections. I did like the head first, and then I did the limbs, and you bake it 3 times, and this is how everybody looks. It's nice and textured, very nice and smooth, very light. A lot of people just do it straight on, but I found that that was like way too much. I couldn't get it thin enough, so that's what I do. Then I went through with Mod Podge. Sorry, I'm doing it one-handed, y'all. I should use my tripod. Mod Podge gloss, and you don't have to bake it or anything. Air dries. So what you do is, so let me get my. Ooh, there you go. So then on the nails, it makes them look glossy. And then you can see it on her lips. It's still dry on her lips, that's why it looks kind of patchy. You do it like in the nose, you do it in the, like by the eyes, stuff like that. So you just paint that on. So now what I'm gonna do is, I got my rooting needle, which I got this online on Amazon. This rooting tool is awesome. You pull out that middle dowel thing, and that's how you put the needle in. You don't have to cut the tool or anything. You just leave it the L shape that it is. And I bought my needles online on Amazon as well. Or was it Etsy? It may have been Etsy. But I got it from here. It was eBay or Etsy, so we can get it, or Amazon. That's who I got it from. Wonderful person to work with, by the way. And I got it in all these different sizes. I was able to try. I think I'm using a 38 right now for her eyes. But you use a 42 for the head, I believe, according to Heart to Heart Babies. Which I love watching her tutorials. Wonderful. Anyway, so I'm a little shaky right now. So, you can see how I did her eyebrows. Look how cute. And I do her bottom lashes drawing on as well. How I do eyebrows is I use Prismacolor pencils after I do the first layer of the matte. After the bake, I let it cool a little bit. Then I go through and I draw on with pencil very delicately. I try not to do too heavy, but I'm just used to, that's the way I draw my eyebrows. Then you literally stamp on, and I mean stamp. Like, you don't want to brush on, but what you want to do is you get your sponge, right, textured sponge. You paint on top, and then what you want to do is, I don't know what's on this, so I don't want to do it, but you want to stamp it on top where you want this. If you were to swipe, it'll be gone. Okay, but that's how you want your matte varnish to get on, whatever consistency, whether you're doing it straight on with that, or if you're doing a little mixture thing, whatever you're doing for the rest of your limbs and stuff, right? Stamp it on, okay? Then put it back through for a bake. Now you don't have to do that 3 times through, it's just whatever layer you're doing it on, that's how you do it. That's what I do, I just stamp it on, and that seals it in. So that's what I did. So yeah, that's how she looks right now. I draw the bottom lashes because, let's face it, you don't want to root those bottom lashes. They're too delicate. I want her to have, I did a little thick on the bottom lashes. But. And then, I bought the wrong kind of mohair, I think. This is a great company to work with as well. But here you go. That's a good company. But basically, it's not as refined mohair. I have some doll hair stuff I bought from like Hobby Lobby, which is terrible. Don't use that. But it's not very refined mohair or anything. Let me move her over. It's good though for eyelashes, and that's what I use for eyelashes. And I have discovered that my husband is very allergic to mohair, so I'm happy I bought such a small amount. I'll probably, if I ever redo like a full head, this is fine just for like excuse me, I'm gonna open this. Yeah, there you go. This is fine just for like eyelashes and stuff because you have a ton. It's kind of matted in here. See, this is the way it comes. But all you have to do is just find like a bunch. Which I only have one hand right now. But this is literally a bunch I found in there, right? So what I'll do is I will get this bunch. Oop, that worked well. And what you do is you kind of lay it against her, right? Spread it out. And then, you know, of course there's plenty of rooting videos. I am not the expert rooter. And then you do your rooting, you know, which rooting is one hair at a time. So it's easier to find a bunch and then separate it out from there. I'm probably going to go through and end up brushing out that hair that's kind of matty and stuff in there. I didn't realize that was unrefined like hair. I was just finding cheap mohair and that's what I got. So it's not the company's fault, my fault. It's a good company. But for like eyelashes, it's worked really well for me. So I may show you guys how it looks before I trim the eyelashes. I may not. I don't know. Depends where I'm at in the process. After this, I will glue in the eyeballs. And then I'm going to put her all together. So see you on the other side. I will do a baby reveal video. So I may not show you guys the eyelashes because I want to, you know, I want you guys to see how she looks all together. And I don't put any of the rings or anything on until like after I'm done putting her, you know, until I'm done with all of this, until I'm done stuffing all that. And the rings I'm talking about are these. I don't buy plugs, I just buy rings. And what the rings do is this makes it easier to turn, basically, like if you get a ring around the neck, right, it just makes it so you can turn the head easier. So that's it. Other than that, she's almost there. So I'm going to do her eyelashes. I wish I had a lighter brown, but I mean, a lot of eyelashes are black, so I'm not worried. I'll just do them really lightly. As lightly as I can. I'm a little heavy-handed when it comes to rooting myself. I'm still refining my craft, so to speak. Anyways, guys, tune in to the next video, which will be a reveal video on how she looks. And thank you for tuning into this. If you have questions on how to reborn, I will answer them the best I can. However, again, I'm not an expert on how to reborn, but I will help you out. Thanks again. Oh, and another quick thing. Hold on. If you were not rooting, if you wanted to glue in like real, like, you know, like if you bought eyelashes, you could use Gem Tac glue. Gem Tac glue is how you can actually glue on eyelashes. So, like if you bought eyelashes that are dull eyelashes, not like makeup eyelashes. Anyhow, beyond that, so yeah, if you have any questions, I'll try to answer them for you, but this is how I reborn. So, I hope you guys have a great day. I will see you in other videos. Bye, guys.